Hey, how are you all? Erlina Patosa, and happy Saturday. I wanted to do a quick live, and this live is 3 tips on making money in your business each week, right? And honestly, I should have titled this 3 tips of making money on your business each day, but we're going to go with the week, okay? Because that's what I put in the chat. 3 tips on making money in your business each week. And so if you are watching this live or on the replay, go ahead and hashtag live. Go ahead and hashtag replay inside of the comment box and let me know, at the end of watching this video, which tip is your favorite. Would love to hear from you. So before I actually share the first tip, I do want to share with you that on Monday, y'all, it's Saturday, but on Monday, April 14th at 11 a.m., we actually kick off the 5K in 5 days challenge. And I do want to invite you to 5K in 5 days. And so 5K in 5 days is really a program, not even a challenge, right? I think I'm going to change it to 5K in 5 days program, to be honest, because we do have one live session each day from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST time, because y'all know I'm in Texas, right? So we do have that 1 hour like touch point live on Zoom each day. In addition to that, we actually have a community where I will be coaching you in the community so that you can do exactly what I'm teaching you in this live, like make money in your business each week. Okay. And I believe that you should be making at least like 5K in a week, like close at least that will actually help you to, let's say if you actually did it, 5 days a week, if you did like 5 days out of the month, 5 times 6, that's $30,000 minimum that you'll be able to make inside of your business if every 5 days you had this mindset of closing 5K. Okay. So you can join us at the 5K in 5 days program, right? By clicking the link that's inside of the comments, okay? Or it'll be above this live. So I'll make sure whether you're watching me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're watching me from, I'll make sure that the link is available to you, okay? Now, I am going to show you the link. I'm going to display the link if you like, hey, I want to go and sign up. Monday, it's already Saturday. I got 2 days to do it. This is the link. It's Patosa Marketing, which is my company.thrivecart.com/5K in 5 days. That's really long. I usually get a URL specific to it. 5K in 5days.com was taken. And so just thinking about the .orgs, the .co, the whatever else I could have got, I was like, listen, I'm wasting time. Okay. Got to be done and not perfect in 2020, all 2025, right? And beyond. So patosamarketing.thrivecart.com/5K in 5 days. So let's jump in. We'd love to have you a part of this challenge. We have a risk note, like a no risk opportunity for you. So sign up for 5K in 5 days, the challenge. And what actually will happen is if you don't even make one sale next week during our challenge, Monday through Friday, if you don't even close one sale, I'm going to give you back your investment. The investment for this program is only $195, y'all, $195. I put 196, but only $195 to actually join us for this 5-day program. And so 195, that's all. It's really a steal to be able to make 5K. You're going to more than 10x your investment by joining the program. So let's get to number one. So number one on how to make money in your business every week. And so number one is you need to plan to. So 3 tips on making money in your business each week. Tip number one is you have to plan to, right? And you have to plan to make money in your business, right? And so I see a lot of people on social media, and they do this. This is what they do. They plan to go viral, right? They plan to follow a trend. They plan to follow a trend. They plan to do what everybody else is doing, right? They plan to be busy, right? Oh, I'm gonna do all the things, right? They plan, right, to whatever the case is, right? They plan to fail, how they plan to fail, because they don't even plan at all. And so if you want to make money in your business every week, you have to plan to make money. And so let's stop planning to go viral and, oh my goodness, like how I'm going to do this, like this thing that everybody else is doing. How am I going to be able to, uh, some people plan to, oh, I'm gonna show up on a regular basis. Some people plan to, oh my goodness, I'm going to, get a photo done. I plan to post new photos on social media. I plan to, to tell people, about what I'm doing in my business, right? I plan to go to a networking event. I plan to go live. I plan to post on social. I plan to do all of these different things. But the truth of the matter is, I need you to do this. I need you to plan to make money in your business each week. Okay. Plan to make money in your business each week. This is actually going to help you to make money because you actually are planning to do so. You got to plan to do it, right? And I actually like this for each day, right? I could have made this live each day. Maybe my next live is going to be plan to make money in your business each day, right? So plan to make money plan to make money in your business each week. And so what are you actually doing to plan to make money in your business? Have you planned for it, or have you planned to go viral? Have you planned to show up? Have you planned to, network and meet some new people? Or have you actually planned to make money in your business? So that is tip number one, is actually plan to make money in your business. Okay. And so before we get to step two, one of the reasons why you should join our 5-day program next week, 5K in 5 days, is because I'm actually going to give you a plan to actually make money every single day. So every single day from Monday to Friday, I'm going to give you a strategic plan on things that you can actually do to actually generate money every single day in your business. Okay. So you're going to get a solid plan as to how you can make money inside of the 5K in 5 days challenge that starts on Monday. So you can go ahead to fatosa.thrivecart.com/5K in 5 days. And again, it's just $195 to join us. Okay. And so I'm going to help you plan to make money every single day in your business. Okay. So again, you can go to fatosa.com/thrivecart.com/5K in 5 days. Okay. Or look at the link in the comments. And you can join us on Monday for the 5K in 5 days challenge. So let's get to number two. So number one was for 3 tips on how to make money in your business each week. Number one was plan to make money in your business each week. Number two is going to be this. So number two to make money inside of your business each week is, I want you to set aside time each day to do income generating activities. Okay. So set aside time, and that's spelled wrong, activities. Let's see. Activities. Let's see. 1 second. So you're going to set aside time each day to do income generating activities. Okay. So let me just get that spelled right. Listen, so set aside time. This is number two. Set aside time each day to do income generating activities. And so one of the things that is a good workaround is, like, before you actually do client work, you're focusing on deliverables. Before you actually focus on doing the things, right, that don't make you money, do the things that make you money. And so do that at the top of your day, right? So, or if you don't do it at the top of the day, it's just like, you need to set aside time to actually make money. So things that you are actually doing that are income generating activities. And so what are some of the things that you do? And this is a good one. And you can put it in the chat. But what are some of the things you do right now that every single time you do it, it doesn't bring in money? Like, it does not bring in. You could do it from here to next week, but you need to set aside time each day in your business to do income generating activities. And so One of the things about the 5K in 5 days challenge we're doing next week from Monday to Friday, right? It's $195 to join. The goal is for you to close 5K next week. Is that every single day, right? I'm going to actually like require you almost, right? It's almost a requirement to spend the bulk of your time, right? Next week on actually focusing on income generating activities. And so I'm going to give you a plan to be able to do that. So I do want you to join the challenge next week. 5K in 5 days. You can go to thrivecart.com/5K in 5 days. Again, the link will be in the comments and all the different places as well. But step number 2 is that you need to be setting aside time each day to do income generating activities, because if you're not planning to make money and you're not setting aside time to do income generating activities inside of your business, then how do you expect to make money, right? So these are 3 tips to make money in your business each day. We talked about step number 1 is we're planning to make money in our business each week, right? And then step 2 is we're setting aside time each day, like each day throughout the week, we're setting aside time. Even if we say, hey, listen, for this day, I'm setting aside 3 hours or 5 hours, like you get to decide how many hours you're going to set, but you have to set aside hours because you will just be doing all the things. Right? Having meetings with clients. You might be doing things like, making sure that, your funnel is looking good, right? Creating content. You may be going live. You may be doing all these different things, but do those things actually move the financial needle in your business? Are those things actually adding to your bottom line? Or are they like just to do things, right? A lot of times I find that when I talk to business owners, they're doing a lot of things that really somebody else could be doing, right? They're doing things that maybe a VA could be doing, an executive assistant can be doing. They're doing things that maybe the social media manager, the social media company could be doing, right? They're doing things that AI could be doing, right? Chat GPT could be thinking for you, like that kind of thing. But you're spending hours upon hours thinking like if this decision is the best decision or that other decision is the best decision. All right. So we're going to move on to step number 3. So step number 1, again, was plan to make money in your business each week. Don't plan to go viral. Don't plan to just show up consistently. Don't plan to get your makeup done. Don't just plan to go to the networking event. Plan to make money each week. Step number 2 is set aside time each day to do income generating activities. All right. So step number 3 is you need to set KPIs. All right. So you need to set KPIs. So set KPIs for the week. And so before I get, so not before, so set KPIs, or KPIs are key performance indicators. So I'm just going to write that in the thing and share it to you. But key performance indicators are this. And I don't want you to have key performance indicators that are things that are not relevant to generating money, right? So the key performance indicator could be this. Like, I know that I'm making money in my business this week because on Monday we already hit this milestone. And so what am I talking about? And so I believe that every single day in your business, you should have this is the amount that we should be making. This is the amount that we should be making. Like, if we don't make this X amount today, right? If we don't hit this revenue threshold today, then we didn't do step number 1, which is plan to make money. We didn't do number 2, is set aside those income generating activities, right? And so this is what we're going to be doing in our 5K and 5-day challenge. Next week from Monday to Friday, you're going to plan to make money. We're going to have every single day, we're going to set aside time for you to do income generating activities. And then number 3 is that there's going to be a KPI, and the KPI has to be money, right? So your key performance indicator is not, the key that this is successful is that I went live today. That's not even an income generating activity, right? Not necessarily, right? So and what do I mean by that? And so every time you go live, and this is how I determine if it's a key, if it's a key generating or a key performance indicator. It's a KPI or key performance indicator of you making money is every single time you go live without missing, you make money. If you go live and I don't, let's say 10 times, and out of the 10 times you only make money 2 or 3 times, then for me, it's not a key performance indicator that if I do this thing, I'll make money. But a key performance indicator, for an example, as it pertains to making money is if I, for an example, have 10 sales calls and I know that if I have 10 sales calls, I'm going to close 3, right? And so I know for a fact that if I get on a call with 10 people, 3 of them are going to become clients, then that's the type of key performance indicator or KPI I want to set to be able to measure each day that this is how I am to make revenue, right? If you know, for an example, hey, you have conversations with, we said 3 people, let's say, or 10 people, you get 3 clients, whatever the case is, you know that if you have an ad running and that ad is actually an ad that's actually running to close a sale, but you know that if you spend $100 on Facebook ads, you are going to make X amount of dollars, then you know that this is a KPI that can be set. But if that KPI has not on a consistent basis, no matter what happens, right, made you money, then you don't have a correct KPI for your day, and you need to be able to set a KPI. And so let me just go over 3 tips for making money in your business each week. Number 1, we said, is that you have to plan to make money in your business each week. Stop planning to go viral, right? Because guess what? Everybody's not your client. So what? You got 1 million views on that video. So what? Hundreds of people engaged with that post. Nobody purchased. It doesn't matter, right? Like, we have to get out of the how does it look, right? Out of the vanity metrics that don't even make us money, that kind of thing. Number 2 is we need to set aside time each day to do income generating activities. And so we can't just set aside time to think about what we're going to do. We can't just set a time to play around in Canva and, oh my goodness, Canva just had is having a webinar because they're launching their new thing. And I'm going to just get on this. I'm just going to keep learning. I'm going to go on YouTube University and I'm going to spend 6 hours learning this. And I'm going to go to and listen to this training and learn and learn and learn and learn. But what time are you setting to actually make money in your business? Okay. And then the third thing we said is we need to set those KPIs, and those key performance indicator has to be attached to the money, right? Not just, okay, I just, because you can have KPIs for, social media following. You can have KPI for touch points. You can have KPIs for all of these different things, right? I want you to have KPIs or key performance indicator to, are you making money today or not? Are you doing a task that is making you money or not? Right? And if you're not, then you're not actually setting your business up to make money each week. And so you have to begin to do these things. And so that's why inside of 5K in 5 days, the program that I'm actually having next week, we start on Monday at 11 a.m. CST time. So we have a live session every single day. We have a live session. The live session is going to be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST time. And then inside of a private community, I'm going to coach you on making sure you have a solid plan for each day to make money. I'm going to coach you on making sure that you are actually setting aside time in your business each day to make sure that you're making money, and you're going to get KPIs, key performance indicators, relevant to the money, not relevant to how many more people are following me, not relevant to how many people said well done, right? Because well done, last time I checked, it ain't paid none of my bills. Well done, last time I checked, it didn't make sure that I could pay myself each week. Well done, last time I checked, right? It didn't make sure that I can stay in business. And so we need to be doing things strategically, right, to stay in business, right? And so that's the three things: planning to make money, right? Not planning to be busy, not planning, to, do things that, let me plan to do what everybody else is doing, or everybody on Chat GPT doing this, this, what is it called? This flashcard box. Let me plan to do one too. Like, how about we plan to make money, right? So that kind of thing. So I'm going to put inside of the chat, whether you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching me on Facebook, I'm going to put inside of the chat this link, right? So you don't have to try to remember it, figure it out. I'll put the link there, and I want you to join us on Monday. If you're honest with yourself, you don't have to be honest with me, but if you're honest with yourself, you might, if this is this a good fit for me? Like, should I join? Like, I've been joining stuff, right? And whatever the case is, this is why you should join. If you didn't make $5,000 in your business last week, or this week, right? It's Saturday. If you ain't make 5K in your business this week, then you should join, right? If $5,000 did not hit your account, you should join this 5-day challenge. If you ain't make $5,000 in your business in January, if you ain't do it in February, if you didn't do it in March, you need to join this thing, right? And so they say that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Over and over again and expecting something different. You need to do something new, right? Something fresh, right? You need to get some fresh eyes on what you're doing. One of the Bible verses that I have been studying today and kind of rehearsing all day long, I even shared it with my husband, and I'm trying to remember exactly, I think it's Proverbs. So let me find what the scripture is. So the scripture is actually Proverbs 11:14. So the Bible says, and I'm going to put it in the chat for you all, because I love to share. But one of the things that my husband and I have been talking about a lot, one of the scriptures that we've been kind of meditating on this weekend is Proverbs 11:14. And so Proverbs 11:14 tells us that there is wisdom, or where no counsel is, the people fall, but the multitude of counselors, there is safety. There is, in one of the like quick versions, and how I have been meditating on it all day, is that there is wisdom in the multitude of counselors, right? And so you may say, Erlina, well, I have a coach. Erlina, I am a coach. Erlina, I'm in a coaching program. I'm in a mastermind. Erlina, I just invested in a bunch of courses, and I have a lot of people speaking into my life as it pertains to my business. And I want to tell you that there is wisdom in the multitude of counselors. So maybe you need to hear something different, right? And it's not necessarily that you come into this 5-day program, 5-day challenge, that every single thing is going to be new. But one of the things that I'm known for is being able to share something in such a way that it's tangible and it's easy for you to get it. The Bible also tells us in all our getting, we need to get understanding. So it's not about the hearing. It's not about the knowing. It's about the applying the thing that's actually going to help you to grow. And so I want to be able to help you to grow, help your business to grow on next week. We actually run from April 14th to April 18th, I believe it is. And so I would love for you to join us. And so go ahead to this link here to actually join us in the 5-day challenge. We start on Monday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I hope to see you all on Monday inside of 5K in 5 days. Bye for now.